Hello and welcome to Our Crunchy Life. This is Andy and I decided to do an herb series. So today I'm going to talk about alfalfa. And I have two really great herb books that I love that I'm going to be referring to. The first being The New American Herbal by Stephen Orr. And the second being The New Healing Herbs by Michael Castleman. So in The New American Herbal by Stephen Orr, it shows alfalfa with a botanical name of Medicago sativa. It's, of course, culinary and medicinal. It shows that its origins are in Western Asia, but it's been naturalized throughout much of the world. It is a perennial, hardy to zones 5, and it grows to a height of about 3 feet. Other names that it's known by are purple medic and buffalo herb. And it's easy to grow from seed in full sun and moderate soil, and it can tolerate some drought. If you've ever tried to grow it, you know how easy it is. You can even sprout them in a jar for salads and things. Definitely grows in the summer. And a safety precaution on this says to avoid during pregnancy and avoid overconsumption because of L-canavanine. And as far as botanical names and some of the bigger words, I do apologize if I mispronounce them. Please don't judge me too harshly. It's not easy, and I'm not very good at it. Okay, so what he says in this book is, everyone is familiar with the plant's pale little sprouted seeds, a ubiquitous feature of health food wraps and salads since at least the 1960s, and one that I don't particularly care for. But this ancient species, once so valued in the Arab world and the Roman Empire, has more to recommend it than just being a crunchy health food garnish. The name is believed to derive from the Arabic al-fakfaka, or the best kind of fodder. Most alfalfa is grown as a green cover crop in farm fields because of its deep roots and nitrogen-fixing capabilities, and as a forage plant for livestock. The purple clover-like alfalfa blossoms produce a mild honey that is reputed to help relieve stomach or kidney trouble and PMS. Leaves can be mixed with mint to make a tisane or used as a leafy vegetable in salads or cooked vegetable dishes. Alfalfa is a well-traveled herb with truly multicultural roots. The English brought the Western Asian native to the American colonies under its European name of Lucerne, while the Spanish explorers kept the name alfalfa and imported it to the middle and southern parts of the United States, where it was accepted and distributed westward, carrying the Moorish-inspired name that we use today. Indeed, my grandfather was famous for the alfalfa hay he grew on his North Texas farm during the Great Depression. Native Americans drank an infusion of the plant to relieve jaundice and encourage blood clotting. And indeed, alfalfa contains vitamin K, which can interfere with anticoagulant drugs for those who are taking them. The plant also possesses saponin compounds reported to help decrease the absorption of cholesterol and prevent heart disease. And now, to sound a bit like a prescription commercial on television, avoid ingesting large amounts of alfalfa over a long period because of an amino acid known as canavanine, which could induce lupus-like symptoms in those who are susceptible. This could be the result of the immune-boosting qualities of the plant, which are not fully understood and might cause flare-ups of disorders due to an overactive immune system. As with so many herbs, moderation is the best approach. So that's what The New American Herbal by Stephen Orr says about alfalfa. And now I wanted to look at the New Healing Herbs by Michael Castleman. It's a lot more in-depth on everything, really. So this one will take a little bit longer, but it has a lot more information. So alfalfa, or hope of the heart, its family, it's actually in the legume family with other members, including the beans and peas. The genus and species is L. Medicago sativa, so they agree on that. It can also be known as Chilean clover, buffalo grass, and lucerne in Britain. The parts that we use is the seeds, the sprouts, and the leaves. Alfalfa is the world's oldest forage crop. Farmers have prized it since before the dawn of history. Since the 1970s, alfalfa sprouts have become a popular salad vegetable, but the seeds contain the real healing power. They reduce cholesterol, which helps prevent heart disease and most strokes. So the healing history that they have here is what's good for cattle is also good for people, or so the ancient Chinese thought. Their animals ate alfalfa so enthusiastically that the Chinese began cooking the herb's tender young leaves as a vegetable. Soon, traditional Chinese physicians were using the plant to stimulate appetite and treat digestive problems, particularly ulcers. Ancient India's tradition, Ayurvedic physicians, also used alfalfa to treat ulcers and also prescribed it for arthritis and fluid retention, or edema. The ancient Arabs fed their horses alfalfa, believing it made the animals swift and strong. They called it Alfalfa, or father of all foods, which the Spanish changed to alfalfa. Spain introduced alfalfa to the Americas, where it became a popular forage crop, particularly in the Great Plains. Like the ancient Chinese, the pioneers believed that what was good for their cattle was good for them. They used alfalfa to treat arthritis, boils, cancer, scurvy, and urinary and bowel problems. Pioneer women used it to produce menstruation. After the Civil War, alfalfa fell out of favor as a healing herb. It wasn't until the 1970s that it returned to popularity via the salad bowl. So, its therapeutic uses. Most of alfalfa's traditional therapeutic uses have long been disproved, but scientists have discovered an alfalfa benefit our ancestors never dreamed of. This herb helps prevent heart disease, stroke, and cancer, the nation's top 3 killers. Heart disease and stroke. Animal studies show that alfalfa leaves and seeds reduce blood cholesterol levels. High cholesterol raises the risk for heart attack and most strokes. Alfalfa sprouts reduce a similar but less pronounced benefit. Scandinavian researchers gave alfalfa seeds 1.5 ounces 3 times a day to 15 people with high cholesterol. After 8 weeks, their cholesterol level fell significantly. Cancer. One study suggests that alfalfa helps neutralize cancer-causing substances in the intestine. Another, published in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute, shows that the herb binds carcinogens in the colon and helps speed their elimination. Women's health. Alfalfa seeds contain 2 compounds, and yeah, this is where it gets bad for me, stachydrine and homostachydrine, that promote menstruation. They may also trigger miscarriage. Pregnant women should not eat alfalfa seeds. But women should not consider this herb a reliable contraceptive. Bad breath. Alfalfa is rich in the green plant pigment chlorophyll, the active ingredient in most commercial breath fresheners. Sip an alfalfa infusion if you're concerned about bad breath. That's a use that I wasn't aware of. Intriguing possibility. In laboratory studies, alfalfa helps fight disease-causing fungi. One day, it may be used to treat fungal infections. Interesting. Medicinal myths. Some herbalists still espouse the age-old view that alfalfa treats ulcers, but scientific research has found no support for this. Herbalists also recommend alfalfa for bowel problems and as a diuretic to treat fluid retention. Unfortunately, these traditional uses have not held up under scientific scrutiny either. Although some supplement manufacturers promote alfalfa tablets as a treatment for asthma and hay fever, a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association shows that these claims have no merit. Alfalfa contains neither bronchodilators, which arrest an asthma attack, nor antihistamines, which relieve hay fever. RX recommendations. While alfalfa sprouts dress up salads, it's the leaves and seeds that are used in herbal healing. Alfalfa leaf and seed tablets and capsules are available in most health food stores and supplement shops. Take them according to package directions. When using the bulk herb, prepare medicinal infusions with 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried leaves and or bruised seeds per cup of boiling water and steep for 10 to 20 minutes. Enjoy up to 3 cups a day to help reduce cholesterol. In addition to cholesterol-lowering drugs your doctor prescribes. Alfalfa has a hay-like aroma and tastes like chamomile, with a slightly bitter aftertaste. Safety. Wash alfalfa sprouts carefully. They may become contaminated with E. coli or salmonella bacteria and cause food poisoning. Do not consume more than recommended amounts of alfalfa seeds. They contain the potentially toxic amino acid canavanine. According to a report in Lancet, over time, eating large quantities of seeds may cause the reversible blood disorder pancytopenia. This condition impairs infection-fighting white blood cells and platelets necessary for clotting. The canavanine in alfalfa seeds has also been linked to systemic lupus erythematosus, a potentially serious autoimmune disease. Alfalfa seeds have reactivated the disease in people who were in remission, according to the New England Journal of Medicine. Another study shows that the seeds induce lupus in monkeys. If you have lupus or have ever had pancytopenia, do not use alfalfa. Pregnant and nursing women should not use alfalfa, except sprouts in salads. Do not give alfalfa to children under 2. In older children, adjust the recommended dose based on the child's weight. Give a 50-pound child 1/3 of the dose of a 150-pound adult would take. If you're over 65, start with a low dose and increase only if necessary. Inform health professionals of the herbs you use. Problematic herb-drug interactions are possible. Alfalfa may cause allergic reactions or other unexpected side effects. If any develop, reduce your dose and stop taking it. For more on herb safety, you can see Chapter 2, which I might do that on another video. If symptoms get worse or persist longer than 2 weeks, consult a health professional. Gardening. Alfalfa grows throughout most of the United States. The plant is a deep-rooting, bushy perennial that grows to 3 feet, resembling tall clover. The leaves are divided into 3 leaflets. Depending on location, the herb's lavender, blue, or yellow flowers bloom from May through October. Alfalfa grows best in loamy soil. It tolerates clay, but not sand, which lacks sufficient nutrients. Prepare the soil with manure and rock phosphate. Sow seeds in autumn in rows 18 inches apart. Young plants require regular watering, but once established, they become fairly drought tolerant. Harvest when plants bloom by cutting them back to within 3 inches of the ground, then hang them to dry. When dry, pick off the leaves. And that is what it tells us about alfalfa. I never have tried the medicinal part of alfalfa. I use the sprouts all the time because we love them in the salads and stuff, and it's just a quick growing, easy green or vegetable to add to salads and sandwiches and stir fries and things like that. But yeah, I never knew about doing the teas and stuff for cholesterol. Good to know. Well, thank you for joining me to learn about alfalfa. And I hope that you like this video and go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the other herbs in the series. I'm going to keep on going with them. And I hope you have a wonderful day.